You ever watched a bad science fiction movie and they go to a planet and it's all like fire and lava and it has a really obvious name like Lavatopia? Or, they go to a planet and it's all insects and it's like Insectatroid 9000. In keeping with that, I think that we should change the name of planet Earth to Planet Stupidia. We got a lot of natural resources here. We got water, we got dirt, we got rocks, we got trees, but I think we can all agree that the most abundant natural resource on this planet is stupidity. It's just too bad we can't find a use for it. Okay, well there are some uses. It helps the powerful stay in power, that's for sure. If you're the king living on the hill, and the peasants come to you and say, "King, why cannot we live on the hill? Why do we not have golden chalices to drink from?" And the king can say, "Oh, well, I'm creating jobs. If not for me and my great kingdom, you would not be able to till the land to make the food that I eat. Therefore, I'm a good thing." And the stupid peasants can go, "Duh, he's right. Let's keep tilling the land." So stupidity does do one thing. It helps evil, malevolent fuckholes stay in power. But other than that, it's not really doing much for us. Anyway, you want an example of stupidity? Here's one. There's a group of people in America, and they're called the Parents Television Council. For those of you not familiar with the Parents Television Council, they might as well just be called the obnoxious white people with too much fucking time on their hands and too little real problems to concern themselves with. Not quite as catchy, but of a fuck of a lot more accurate. And anyway, there's a show on MTV. It's called Skins. And apparently, this Parents Television Council is very upset at this show. And even the executives of the show are really worried because they're scared that some of the stuff on their show might actually qualify under US law as child pornography, which is why the Parents Television Council wants it off the air, because it's sexualizing children. There was a scene in one episode where you saw a 17-year-old boy's bare buttocks. His ass, ladies and gentlemen. His 17-year-old boy butt. Ew, it's so... I just can't handle it. My value system is crumbling before my eyes. Within probably 50 miles of me, a 14-year-old girl is giving oral sex to her 15-year-old boyfriend. Right now. This very second. Within a 50-mile radius of me, that is fucking happening. Is it happening because they saw the show Skins and they said, "I want to try that too"? Is it happening because they read about blowjobs on the internet? No. It's happening because of a little thing called instinct. You ever seen two dogs humping? You know why those dogs are humping? Is it because they saw something on TV? Is it because they read something on the internet? No, it's because of instinct. What do you think is going to happen? Kids are going to see this show, and suddenly they're going to realize that there's this thing called sex out there, and it's pleasurable? You're so fucking stupid. On planet Stupidia, there is a small little group of people who want to take to the stars. Just smash through barriers. Take the universe by its throat and say, "We are your master now." Conquer the cosmos, conquer all space, inner and outer. And then there's another group of people who are like, "I saw a 17-year-old's butt on TV. I'm going to write my congressman because I'm pissed off and I think it's child porn." And that first group of people, those dreamers who look to the stars and want to conquer the heavens, they're shackled to that second group of people. The group of people who don't care about anything beyond their own antiquated value system. They don't give a fuck about the future. They don't even understand the present. In other news, liberal pundit Keith Olbermann announced last night that it was his final show on MSNBC. He would no longer be the host of Countdown. And there's a lot of people speculating that maybe this has to do with the recent Comcast merger. Even though the companies haven't officially merged yet, people say that Comcast is already using its clout to do away with MSNBC's left-wing bias. They want to move it a little bit more to the right, make it a little bit more like Fox News, the channel that we all love so very fucking much. But this is just speculation. I don't want to jump to conclusions. I'm not just going to blame Comcast offhand. We shouldn't rush to judgment on these kind of things. It's best to just stand back and wait for all the facts to come in. Fuck you, Comcast! I know you did this shit! You fucking put Olbermann off the air because you're afraid of what he had to say, you fucking degenerate assholes! God damn it! We can't have one fucking voice in this country. We can't have one voice saying something a little bit different. And I know all you conservatives out there are like, oh yeah, Keith Olbermann, his ratings are fucking dog shit. Bullshit! He had the highest ratings on MSNBC. He had higher ratings than anyone's program on CNN. He had the highest rating for any news show not on Fox News. And yes, you guys do have the highest rated cable news program. Big fucking deal. You know why you have the highest rated news program? Because there's more stupid people than smart people, and stupid people like Fox News. Today I saw this picture of New York City, and I was looking at it, and pictures like this always feel unsettling to me, because when I look at something like this, I see these people just living in this giant grid of towers just expanding upward, just living in these little boxes. Boxes on top of boxes on top of boxes on top of boxes. It's impossible for me not to see the beehive or the anthill and to just feel like I'm just another insect in a species of insects. We're always scurrying around this big colony, getting resources here, putting resources there, dividing our labor. No other mammal behaves like this. Every other mammal either lives alone or it lives in very tight-knit little communities. And they have a very established social order that does not undergo a whole lot of change. They don't live in these big mega groups of thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions like us human beings do. You know, we live in these big impersonal complexes of other human beings. We don't even know them. They're just strangers to us, and yet we rely on them for our resources. Our social evolution just kind of skeeves me out, the way that we've just become this infection on the surface of the planet, and we just expand and expand and consume and consume. And it's not even like I'm disturbed because I'm some environmentalist or something like that. It just disturbs me like I know if I was any other species on the planet, I would look at the human beings as this sort of horror movie monster that's just dominating the landscape more and more each year. You know, like the humans are coming. Anyway, before I go, please check out my review of the 80s horror movie Maximum Overdrive, also linked below. It is probably the best movie review I've ever done, in my humble opinion. Also, if you watch this video in its entirety, which you obviously have because this is the fucking end, please comment, rate, subscribe, do all that core shit if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter, friend me on Facebook, do all that shit because it really does help. Until next time, I'm the Amazing Atheist.